So we're going back to Runenberg for another run. We're going to be doing some build science. My next build guide is coming out soon. I'm working hard on it. But at the end of last run, I forgot to go to this last screen, and we did indeed cross the 1,000 action points used on cannons. So we have access to the 2 new cannons. That will be interesting. The other thing that I am recognizing here is that it continues tracking your achievements afterwards. So I want to go down here and I want to find the hand crossbow. That will be under weapons. I'm curious how many AP we've used on hand crossbows. I think this is going to be a scary number, but sorry, I wanted to do this. Oh, it doesn't show you. Oh, that's a bummer. It shows you afterwards, but it doesn't actually track it. All right, well, that's a shame. I thought for a second we might be able to find out how many AP we've chosen. Okay, Lakeburg, you're not it. So I think Runenberg is going to be it. We finished up our APOC 6 no ballista run. I actually am really liking this configuration. So I think we're going to stick with this. I wish we could grab Omen of Talent, but obviously we can't. I do think that less ballista is the key on Runenberg, which sounds weird to say, but we'll go for APOC 2. Leave those the same. We're going to unlock everything so we can really do some build science. And my commitment is we're going to make some headway on... We're definitely going to finish up Warshield. Hold on, I want to look at this really quickly. We're going to finish up Warshield. That's only 150 AP, and we'll try and make some progress on gauntlets. So I expect probably everyone is going to have a gauntlet, much to my chagrin. All right, let's do the thing, though. So, APOC 2, we're ready to rock and or roll. All weapons unlocked. Let's do the thing. All right, well, we got a gauntlet right off the bat, so lucky me, I guess. Let's get to know who the crew is. So first up, we have Runna. Man, there are a lot of Runnas up in this piece. Runna's rocking a adamantium hammer. Runna is a paladin. Paladin makes me think Warshield and Gauntlet could be pretty good. Determined and exhibitionist. So doing the no pants dance. And they look like they got some opportunism shenanigans. I am going to be playing with some ballistas without playing with a lot of ballistas. So right here, build-wise, I see Volatile, and I see Contaminate and Sadist. What about Gauntlet Scepter? I think that's interesting. Mana Collector so we can free cast it. If we do look at my muscles, we have no chest piece and no pants. I'm not sure that's the way. I wonder which of these is better. I mean, we are going to be doing some ballista stuff, so I guess I'll grab this. And then no mana fuel on this hero, but we'll probably do like Heart of the Party and maybe Boom. I think Boom could be good. We might get up close and personal with some folks. And then I think it's an easy take on longer weapons. And then do I see another one? Probably Don't Panic. Night Owl also good. I'll leave that as a flex pick. So I'm not going to do my normal naming. This is going to be GS for Gauntlet Scepter. I think that's the build that I want to play around with. And if we're doing that, I think we go for Stunning because we're going to have Propagate and we're going to have Volatile. So we'll try and make that work. We'll be looking for propagation bounces on her. Then we have Vararundir, the Pirate Mystic Inattentive. Strikes me as, minus the healing received here, strikes me as a good Blood Mage type of character if we can make it work. We can't. Has Heart of the Party, not Warcry, so we can't use Organic Armor there. We once again have Volatile. Are we just doing the same thing again? Maybe we go for like a crit type of build, same basic idea. Like Contaminate, Sadist, Crit Master, Volatile, Mana Collector, Boom. Mana growth, that. Grab Carnage. And maybe grab Runic Gift. That's one more than we normally get to spend. Do I think Carnage... I mean, Contaminate feels quite important. All right, we'll leave it here. I'm tempted by Carnage, but I do kind of feel like Mana Fuel and Magic Fuel are pretty... Mana Growth and Magic Fuel are pretty strong. Maybe we leave that and we see where we end up, and we play around with Contagion or Carnage first. We don't have Bless down here, so it's going to be a little funky. But I don't think Legendary Assassin is particularly useful. All right, we'll leave that as a flex pick once again. But again, this is going to be like I'm just gonna start naming these like this is Propagate Crit, and this is so that I remember what to do. So rather than calling it Gauntlet Scepter, let's call it Propagate Stun over here. If everyone uses a Gauntlet, I'm going to be a happy camper. Then we have Hunna, who is a Thief, Energetic, and a Pushover. Energetic is certainly nice. Pushover is a minor. Actually, this is a very strong set of attributes here. So what are we working with? Once again, we have Propagate. We have You're Next. Mana Collector again. We can go Mana Growth this time. Hey, Bane, welcome on in. Man, I think I'm going to go Crit Master 2, and that only leaves one up here. Did I select Boom over here? I don't think Boom is getting used on either of these heroes. I think that's kind of unrealistic. So we'll do it this way. But we'll do a bit of we'll call a bit of an audible on this here. I'm not sure Legendary Assassin is going to be particularly useful either. We need a second one on this tier. We're shy of Vampire for doing any kind of Blood Mage. I really don't like running Blood Mages without Vampirism. I know some people think that it's doable, but I think it's a bit rough. Anything else springing out? We could go First Blood. We could probably get Glass Cannon going. That's probably decent. Just get our crit up there. We're going to probably be building crit on all these heroes. Now, how are our stats looking? 17, 12, 17. Everybody's got a decent amount of block. All right. Yeah, I think we're just going to let the bad guys floweth over, and we'll go from there. We are going to be going corpses. We're going to be going light ballistas. I want to test out a bit of a hybrid approach to our ballista game. So let's get this party started. We're triple dwarfing it again, so we might have a full dwarf run. Let's get the party going. That is a lot of runestones on this side. Now, do the runestones spawn on a per map permanent basis? Because if so, well, there are just a lot of runestones right now. I mean, I guess we can really... I think we can really chill here. I don't think we have to do any work at all. Hey, White Fang! It's just getting started. We just kicked it off. We got our standard host of characters, and we're just gonna let them come on in. We have nobody that's good at softening anybody up, so I'm not gonna bother. Although I guess this doesn't kill anybody. How many is it hitting? It'll hit more next turn, so maybe it will. Actually, we're getting a decent collection of folks. So let's do that. I think we did kill one, but that's okay. All right, we'll block there. We're good here, and we're good here. Our elite bat has not showed up, but we do have this bat over here that we're going to need to handle. Ooh. Bad breakpoints there. Soften some folks up. White Fang, I have a question. If you have a roster of characters and none of them fit an archetype like multi-hit, blood mage, etc., do you sometimes remake or the best of what you have? I do not remake. I am very resolute, White Fang, about making the best of a bad situation. I think that's the best way to play any game of this nature, because you're not always going to get the exactly what you want. And so I think it's really good to be adaptable, because, you know, heroes aren't always going to play the way you want them to. You're not always, you know, sometimes you'll be a good ways into a run before you realize that things aren't quite working out the way that you want them to. And so I think it's always a good idea to do this. I'm also going to switch these two using Toss so that I have someone who can handle this bat over here. Let's see how... Yeah, we're good. No worries, Illustrious. I was momentarily worried. I was like, where is my Illustrious? But welcome on in. No worries at all. Let's see. So you're snapping, so very unlikely that you get any kills ever under any circumstances. That didn't kill either of them. That is so much pain. Do you have any movement left? You have a potion here, so we'll do this. Move you to there, and then... I did say I wanted to play another map in Lustrous, but it just... It feels like we got a good thing going right now, so part of me is like, make hay while the sun shines type of thing. You know, we've... We'll get back to other things, but right now I think the main... I won't say like aha moment that I've had, but the main thing that I'm thinking about right now is... Oh, I didn't realize we didn't have a... Didn't realize that I didn't actually have another pistol shot there. I thought I was going to be able to take advantage of another pistol shot. Yes, we could test statue theory if we wanted to. We'll see. I'll try to do that. But yeah, I realized that I think that this is now officially the first map where I actually believe that, like, quote, the standard... Oh, this is a maybe. Ugh. I think I'm going to do this. And then maybe I will... Maybe I'll do this. Ooh. Taking more than I wanted it to. Because someone's going to have to come deal with this stuff. But yeah, I want to do a bit more science, because I actually think this might be the first map where Ballista are not the play in the way that we usually play them. Which is a very interesting thing to consider just as a general rule of thumb. But I think that my runs where I've been less aggressive with Ballista have actually went better than the ones where I haven't. So I think I'm going to play around a bit more with that. And then I need to move to here, and then we get the secondary hit that doesn't hit very hard. I would do this, but this doesn't even get a kill, so I'm like, what's even the point? I think this house is in trouble. That much seems certain. But did the best that I could there. Okay, so let's see. Small Fry, what do you got going on? Hey, Alden, thanks so much for your guides. Just picked up the game last week on DLC release sale. Lost my first Lakeburg attempt on the final night. Watched your build guides video over a workout this morning. I'm excited to get back to with better ideas. Amazing small fry. I think that's absolutely the way to do it. I think it's really good to go in initially blind and see what you can do kind of under your own power, and then come back and try and see where you can make improvements. So I think that's amazing. Yeah, Geo Reservoir does not do much work there. That's for darn sure. These starting weapons are pretty horrifically awful. Our heroes are in no danger of dying, but like we have just zero power for killing stuff, it feels like. We also have no debuffs, so all the opportunism that we're currently working with is about as useful as you might expect it to be. I guess technically we have a propagate here. But then if I move back and do this, these guys aren't getting hit with the opportunism. So it feels a little bit of a dud. When do you get to select omens? Bane, you get to select omens once you, I don't know, like, you in terms of, like, unlocks? I'm not sure the exact moment when you get to. But it's relatively early, I believe. Let's see. So Grape Shot Blast isn't going to do much work there. Okay, we'll get you here. And then you currently have Snap, so you might be able to take out these two. So I'll toss you over to here. And we want this guy to get hit twice. Absolutely, perfectly not what I wanted to happen there. But we do the best that we can. Oh, when do you get to select my omens for your playthrough? As a reminder, these are the omens that we're running. Yeah, I thought you started with a few omens. Bane, I mean, you're welcome to put together a suggestion list. No promises that I fully acquiesce to your demands, as I expect they will be very silly. But but maybe. The only thing that we have going for us right now, I feel like, is we haven't seen. Oh, there's the elite bat. I'm gonna try and get the elite bat going with this poison runestone, I think, because otherwise we probably don't get it done. And if we can take out some guys here and also, I guess, get our snap going, that's probably not the worst thing. All right. First night's pretty uninteresting, I would say, so far. Like, nothing really to write home about. We certainly have a lot of enemies in the base. that much is for certain. Ugh. All right, well, good enough for government work, I guess. See, this is one of those situations where I'm like, I guess I just toss a propagate in here and then take a step back and snap these guys. But, like, I'm burning through a lot of mana, which is not to be confused with killing stuff. All right, I guess if I snap here. I guess that's not terrible. Hey, Sam. Run today is I want to do some more build science. So I am committed this weekend. Yes, Sam, it was a win. But yeah, I'm committed to doing a build guide this weekend. And so I want to get some more science in with the weapons as they currently exist, so that I can figure out what the play is. Here's what I think I do. This is a little weird, but I think I'm going to come over here, move to here, and then get tossed to here. I would have 3 movement left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works for me. Because I was thinking I can come over here and then I have at least one solid shot left. And then Snappy McGee over here, I think, just blocks this. Full production. Ah, that is a thought too, I will say. With 1,000 hit points, these things... Oh, I thought this bat was going to be inside both our runestones. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to double poison them. It's a little disappointing. Okay, so let's see. So I saw the matrix on this one, although less impressive and convincing than I was necessarily hoping for. Okay, that's you, and then let's see what we can do here. Really? Takes a lot to get these guys. Okay, that's everybody for you. I guess we're snapping here. Stalactitery here, and then... Am I just breaking this wall? I think I'm just breaking this wall. And then the question is, do I think I poisoned the bat. Actually, I don't know that I can. Do I think this actually gets the kill on the stone? Stone has 100 hit points? No, I don't think I do. All right, well, then that answers that. I guess we're not doing poisoning with the bat. We're gonna have a bit of a hard time over here. We'll probably want to reinforce a bit. That house has seen better days. All right, I guess we're just gonna see if we can snap this guy into oblivion with opportunism. Snappy, snap, snap. All right. All right, and then you, I guess, are gonna need to... Good gravy. Still not dead. Impressive. All right, well... Yeah, the starting weapons do make a big difference. Although, the successfulness... As long as you're not, like, dying on this night, the successfulness of this night is not that critical. I did not leave myself a lot of opportunity for killing this bat. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many problems. Yeah, the one-handed hammer definitely lacks a little dynamism, I think is the complaint. All right, goodbye, house. Good night, moon. And then, I guess we move to here and do this. The Gauntlet is just... It's so good at being bad. I think, honestly, I may just punch this guy down. Because this guy's not really standing in a place where I think we're going to generate a ton of corpses. And then my goal is really to just pick locations where there is some value to... Where we've already invested some value in creating corpses. So, like, most of our corpses, I think, are going to be coming from down here. Let's see. All right, and then we'll do this. I think we can fully wade into the bucket, the proverbial bucket of syrup over here and be just fine. I do have a damage potion. Hey, Zila. Yeah, we're doing a challenge run. It's the challenge is basically just that I want to get our weapons unlocked. So you'll be seeing a lot of the new weapons. We did unlock the final versions of the cannon yesterday. So let's see. I guess our best... Probably shouldn't kill that guy right now. Our best propagate is this cluster here. Alright, so we'll do that, and then... Our heroes are decidedly tanky, if nothing else. And I think I'll just do a little bit of wraparound over here. These three guys are just gonna... They're on their own. We're not gonna be able to do much about them. Oh, please elaborate on the build guide plan. Yes, okay. So here's the deal. So I know that, as we found out earlier today, they are going to be doing some updates to the weapons, to the Gauntlet specifically. They haven't shared any plans to do any other changes, but the Gauntlet at the very least is going to be getting a bit of a glow up. And so build guides are not, like, it's a little early to be doing build guides, I feel like, as I think we're going to see some pretty major changes. But I also want to get things started and see where we end up. So what am I even going to hit you with? I guess I'm going to punch you to death. That's the plan. So yeah, so I have some plans for how I'm going to improve on the old recipe that we have for builds. So we're going to have a new format for builds. I can only imagine what it's going to be, Buttercup, aka the Dud, aka somewhere. All right, we got all the corpses we expected to get, which is kind of all you can ask for. So, okay, so as a reminder, for those who have joined since, we're going to have a Propagate Stun hero. We're going to get this hero some stun percentage. We're going to get them like a Scepter and a Gauntlet. Try and make a build with that work. Over here, we're going to have some Propagate crit action, so maybe like Gauntlet Sledgehammer for some propagation. And then, oh, I didn't even put a thing for you. What the heck are you going to be? You look like Propagate crit again. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to try to make Propagate happen. I want to see how strong our strongest heroes can be with Propagate. The good news is we have 3 heroes with Mana Collector, so we'll eventually be able to chain cast like it's going out of style. So the Propagate Stun hero gets the big crit bump. No surprises there. But more propagation bounces are good. We're also going to want to get some propagation damage, but I think bounces are more important to start off. What would you say is the best combo for stun? Sledgehammer Scepter? Sledgehammer Power Staff is what I like to go. But Propagate Diagonal is so bad. Bane, you have never made a statement more wrong in your entire life. I apologize. I'm sorry that I had to tell you this, but yeah, that's ridiculous. Volatile Reactions is S tier, maybe A tier. I haven't done a tier list in a while. What can I say? Let's see, and then I guess... Yes, Volatile Reaction would like to have a word with Bane, and that word is what? The what? We'll go defensive training. Flexibility is very good. No complaints about flexibility. Everybody's going to be skill range hungry, so when that gets offered, I'll probably grab it. Grab some XP gain. Some movement is always good. Not gonna kick that out the door. Okay, get some crit. Love to see it. The diagonal propagate is good. I tend to try and control the propagate direction, and diagonal propagate is more randomness. So Bane, so here's the deal. And you know, like the challenge that you are facing, and I'm not saying this is like a big challenge, but the challenge that you're facing is you're spending a lot of time doing what I refer to as pruning the wave so that your propagates are more reliable. You are spending a huge amount of energy to make your propagates more reliable, when something like Volatile allows you to just have a much higher percentage chance of your propagate hitting enough enemies, because now it doesn't dead end as easily. So Volatile is the only way that I like to build propagation heroes, because you can usually find a decent diagonal chain, and it's not more randomness for the most part. There's like maybe a little bit of danger of it backsliding, but largely it is much more consistent, and you don't have to, like if you have a line of enemies, like let's say this is the example here, right? So we propagate on this corpse here, and the danger is that it goes here and then it goes here. If you have Volatile, it can, one, go here first, or if it goes here and then here, it can still hop out via this. And then if it goes here, it can still go to here. So the diagonal means that you're like maybe 5 times more likely for your bounces to hit all of the enemies in this cluster, because you have, I'll say 4 times more likely, because from every point, you have 4 points that you can move. So there is the absolute worst case scenario where it goes here to here to here and then diagonally to here, but it's always going to be killing. We're going to be building for damage in Lustrous, and I think that in this case I'm evaluating it based on that as the as kind of the litmus test. But we'll grab those 2, and then you have a lot of... I'll take some resistance reduction. We had Kindles before. I'm expecting it's going to be all Hunters for the remainder of the run. So your propagate crit, your crit's pretty low. I'll take some crit power, though. That's fine. Big crit power versus big XP gain is big oof. We'll find more places to get crit power in the future. Let's get some level ups. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is it's sleeper very powerful. Okay, let's do some demolition here. You go, you go, you go. Anybody in the chat whose name is Hugo? Let's see. We'll leave that. Walls are going away. I have no interest. I think I'm also just gonna destroy the inn so that I don't have to like work around it. It's just such a awkward thing, and I don't like recruiting too early anyways, so it's just unnecessary panic. Yeah, get out of here, inn. All right, now let's see. So we're gonna need to do 1, 2. Guess we only need to do 1 initially. I will start out with gold though. Can put this one here. That gets us up to our second one. And then we need 2 more, which is going to be this and this for that. And then we'll get this one for that. Beautiful. Elite carry-on. They definitely fixed the reroll bug, which I'm jazzed about. Slayer pants are quite nice. Oh, not being on APOC 6 is so nice. I'm going to keep rolling. I want to find things that are more interesting. Hello, hand crossbows. We probably won't be using you. The kettle helm is quite nice. Let's roll again. Now, here I am not rolling for the best gear. Here I am mainly just rolling for more gauntlets, because I hate happiness, I think is the short version of things. All right, so we picked up these pants, which I liked the accuracy that they were coming with. The range damage is fine. Oh yeah, you're pantsless in Seattle. Do want more crit on you, so we will sell this. Let's see, with 173, we're not getting 4 more workers. So let's do like get gold mines going. I think this is a good build order, and then we'll spend the rest of our money trying to at least get some weapons for the gang. Don't need a shopkeeper's friend upgrade right now. We were talking a bit about a stout build on blood mages as a potential alternative to needing to go Well, as an alternative to needing to go Blood Mage, basically, you can get a lot of mana out of Stout. We just need weapons right now. So I'll grab the Adamantium Sledge because it's a good weapon to kind of start out with. And then probably just the wand gets us there. Did we get a third weapon? No, we didn't. All right, so we need one more. We'll grab the cannon. They're cheap. They just get us a little more action economy. We'll give you some range. Well, but you're the stunner, right? And we picked up stunning on you. We did. Okay, so you're gonna get. You'll go hammer duo here, I think. Then I'll put this here, and I'll put this here. The thinking being that I can transfer to get more gauntlet uses, because that's the dream. But this time we are going mounted ballistas. The minus health plus mana beer is basically a health pot on a blood mage. Well, yeah, so I think of it from a slightly different angle in Lustrous, which is that if you go for like a non-blood mage tanky build that's going to be very mana aggressive, and you have vampirism, you can get that health back. And I think the top level mana potion, or the top mana beer is, how much was it? It's like 40 mana back, which is pretty intense. And I'm going back to mounted ballistas. Doing the little ballistas that time that we tried it it didn't feel bad, but it also didn't blow my socks off. I'll go one small ballista here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see. So who do I think has stuff? So we have one person with defensive training. So we're not losing anything from our ballistas killing stuff. So we can let them kill stuff without necessarily having to. This 4 ruin has never survived. This house has plot armor, as we like to say. So we'll do something like this and like this, and I think we're ready to go. Can a blood mage work if he has no vampirism? Maybe with a heal on poison. Heal on poison is very hard to make work, White Fang. I have tried very hard to make blood mages work without, and while there are some ways to do it, you end up focusing very heavily on yes, that's also on the list in Luster. So the video schedule plan here, I'll get the next round going while we get started. So the problem with non-vampirism blood mages is that the sustain isn't there, and I think you're leaving a lot of power on the table by not being able to like triple swipe on cooldown and those types of things. So that answers your question, White Fang, which is that I don't think Toxic Leech is a good enough sustain. It can be, but it's very awkward. Vampirism is by far the best, and that's something we've been talking about in the Ishtar Discord, is that I think ways to sustain outside of vampirism are pretty few and far between. And then, in Lustrous, to your question, my plan for this weekend is I'm going to do a weapons tier list. Maybe I should probably hold off on a weapons tier list since they're going to be fixing the Gauntlet. So maybe I'll do the base building guide and then the builds guide for this weekend. That's my plan. And yeah, I would really like to do the base building guide. I don't think it's going to be a long guide, but I need to get some artifacts built out to make it work. All right, so let's get on with this. I see no ranged units right now. Is such a thing even possible? Now, who's the one who has defensive training? I want to check. Okay, it is you. Okay, so we're going to try and do as much as we can to stun and feed the ballistas. And we're just going to chip away over here. Didn't we pick up a skill range? Oh, no. I thought I was going to pick up a skill range, and then I just didn't. Checkmate. I didn't mean to get that kill. That was one too many. I'm a little Gauntlet happy over here, but we're going minimum greed mode this time. I think that's the plan. Weird to say it, but I think that's the vision. Let's get rid of you guys. Look at that, hitting for 12. Can we talk about Snap for a second? I think Snap has some problems. Sorry for all the Snap apologists, but it seems pretty woefully ridiculously bad. I'm feeling very snappy. Okay, unwanted crits are entering the chat. There we go. All right, let's see. I'm working so hard to make sure that I don't kill these things, but also do that. Look at this. I mean, I know the guy has 27 block, but like, that remains tragically awful. Let's see. Soften you guys up. And actually, hold on. And then I will also do some transfers over to here, just so that I can put like a second cannon shot somewhere. We got a kill, not the end of the world. All right, and then we at least have a enabler for opportunism, and then over here. Wow, your mobility is something. Feeling a bit snappy. I think that's fair, while at the same time perhaps being a little sad, because I don't think I'm feeling snappy. I'm just feeling coerced into snapping, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna try and keep our heads above water there. Ah, dang it. All right, now you can take out these two. And then I think I will transfer over here, because you're gonna have to spend like 17 snaps killing this guy. Yay. 2 still feels like 17. I just want to say for the record. We hit that guy with probably 10 snaps over the course of a while. Let's see, you're going to need one of those. All right, this house... I think this house is in some jeopardy, but we'll see. Anywhere I can shoot that's not gonna get a kill. All right, we'll leave you there, and then we do have a rocket jump. Well, we have a lot of AP, so let's do the rocket jump. Get a poke in, and then we have some of that. There we go. All right, that's good. Everybody's stunned down here. You're out of action points. The kindled is going to be a huge pain in the butt with the hammer bro over here. I may actually need to spring and support you. Yeah, I think we are actually. Come on, just get done, because we're going to need help over here soon. We don't need it this turn. So I can afford to do a little more there, but now we need to do the transfer. And then you, my friend. How definitely not awkward to target my snaps this way. Okay, so I guess I move to here. And then I do... Oh my god, I didn't even kill this guy? Freaking kidding me? Nightmare fuel. Yeah, indeed. Okay, then over here, I think... We missed a couple. I think it's not the end of the world. We are going to get less help from our ballistas because a lot of them are going to focus on this Clar. And then the plan is magic missile from Varundarir is going to have to be a thing. If you have spiky counter to wade deep into enemies, Bane, what was the question? Can a blood mage work if you have no vampirism? I'm not exactly sure what question was being answered there, but I support it. Let's see. I guess we do that. Yes, Blood Mage without Vampirism is valid, but not as good as with. That's the hill, and I'm dying on it. I will stack up a... Alden may disagree, but it's the truth. I'm not questioning the validity in Lustrous, but I am questioning the quality. I would stack up my strongest Blood Mage with Vampirism against your strongest Blood Mage without any day of the week, and not lose a moment's sleep over the over who is going to win out. Get more kills during the night, etc. Easy win for the Vampirism Blood Mage. All right, let's see. What are you doing here? So you can take a step. Oh, you don't even need to take a step back. All right. I think the plot armor house is in trouble. I can't save it. All right, let's see if this guy dies as fast as I'm hoping he does. No, that was not as fast as I was hoping he was going to. I think he's 3 away, so I'll do that. All right, fair enough. Okay, now let's see. So, see, like, this is the thing. Okay, let's talk about the hammer for a second. Why would I use Stomp if I'm trying to secure stuns when I have Hammer Strike? Granted, the stun percentage is a little lower, but like 2 AP is a and mana is a hefty premium. I guess I'll do it anyways, just because I think I'm gonna run out of stuns. But all right, let's see. You get sorted. All right, this could be a turn for a Geo Reservoir Geocannon. This should enable Geocannon. And then the problem is I don't have. I guess this is a pretty good. Oh, God, it's not as impressive as I would like it to be. That's my issue with it. Even when everything goes to plan, it still just feels a little underwhelming. Can I think if I do both these, I can body block these guys, which I think is probably the best thing to do. Yeah, so one of the new things that I've been brainstorming is the new build guide is going to come with a new feature that we didn't have before. So previously, this is a good propagate. Previously, when we did a build guide, let's see, where do I want to be? I think previously when we did a build guide, we only included good builds. And I think the plan for this next one is to rate builds. So rather than just going with like a these builds are all good type of vibe, my new plan is to, let's see, this snap will get us Geo Reservoir, which means if I move you one more tile, we can at least get like something like that. So yeah, so this build guide is going to have a 3-star rating system where the quality of the build is rated, basically. And I think that will be helpful for newer players to kind of like have a bit of an idea about like what, which builds are better than others and those types of things. So like in this particular case of what we're talking about, I would rank the Berserk Spiky counter Blood Mage as like a 2-star build, and the Vampirism Blood Mage as more of like a 3-star build. That's the way that I'm thinking about it right now. It's essentially going to be in comparison to one another, the way that I just explained it there. Hey, old FG. I'm actually playing TLS Balatro and Slice and Dice, so thanks for your content, enjoying it a lot. Amazing. You're hitting all the bangers from our current video selection. It's grim on your 7th night of APOC 6. Uh-oh, Sam, what is the dysfunction? I see it. This is the thing. It's so freaking expensive to... It's so expensive to like geocanon. I don't want to spend any more mana. I guess I'll do one cannon shot just to clean things up, but doesn't feel good. Let's get you over here. You're doing work. I will say certain builds like stun don't work particularly well outside of say like ballista runs. So I haven't entirely decided how I'm going to deal with that particular nuance of builds, but like, how do you articulate the fact that like the stun build I think is very strong if you're controlling the wave via, kind of like ballista type of stuff. And if you're not, it's, it's a little more dubious. Okay, how far are you making it in? You're making it in that far? All right. This is the night where we have historically had some issues with not getting full, Hunters, yeah, no 4 elite boomers. The elite boomers giveth and the elite boomers taketh away. That's for darn sure. How about a star/star parenthetical ballista runs? So it feels like it's what I'm probably gonna do, Rahalden, is I'm probably just going to put like some caveats or like things to be aware of type of concept, because it in a lot of cases, in fact in most cases, it's not going to make a big difference, right? That's kind of like that's why it gets a little tricky, is in most of the time it really doesn't matter. You know, like ballista or no ballista isn't going to make a huge difference. But then in this weird case with stun builds where you're basically looking to the ballista to supplement your damage, it's like weirdly important. So it'll probably just be like a little clarification where I'll just make a little note of things. But yeah, it's still to be determined, and stun builds in particular are a little weird. The other big change that is coming down the pipe is historically I did a few builds and I did modification. Well, I don't think in the case of stun it's necessarily a crutch in Lustrous. It's just you're investing your hero's power in making sure that they can stun things, and you're relying on the ballista to then whittle down as you're doing stuns. So I don't know if I consider it fully like a crutch, but it's definitely like there's certain builds like multi-hit where they essentially thrive. Multi-hit and defensive builds, I think, both thrive in environments where you don't have a lot of ballista, and that way you're either you want a lot of things hitting you or you want a lot of things to get stunned. And like delaying the wave if you're only very slowly whittling it down is kind of weak sauce. The longbow's okay for stun. Man, ever since we got that one night 2 where we got no mountains, like, I don't know what's changed, but like we've been okay since then. Let's see. Our stunner once again gets offered big crit, which is like a slap in the face. Everybody's doing propagation bounces, so we love to see that. Take that. All of our crit. All of our crit. Are you taking... You're not taking glass cannon, so I think I skipped that. I mean, I don't mind the crit. It's just not the stat we were looking for. All of these are awful. But just to once and for all confirm, that is... Okay, we're picking up that, so we're in on some sadist shenanigans, I guess. Hey, Dr. Vish, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I know, 2 rare crits in a row on the only hero I'm not building for crit. Ain't it something? Ain't it something, Sam? What do we need some damage. I don't think I'm gonna search too hard for that. Skill range is always good. Prop bounces, everybody's gonna need all the prop bounces in the world, so we'll do that. And then I think Sadist we pick up before Runic Gift. And then over here, again, we're fishing for crit. So 2 yellow crits is fine. And then you're picking up... I'm probably picking up Carnage and I guess Runic Gift, because I don't want to pick up Glass Cannon until I remember to pick up some other good stuff. And then we'll go crit power and propagation damage. We're going to need some of that. These builds really won't come online for a minute, but that's okay. Oh, we lost another house. So we will rebuild it in its former glory. Pick that up, see what we got going on over here. So with defensive training, you get more experience for ballistic kills. With one hero with defensive training, you get the same amount of XP from kills with ballistas. With 2 heroes, you start to get a addition. You get additional value. Who did we take the extra trinket slot on? I don't think it was our stunner. Yeah, our stunner, but we could pick up some more stun from that trinket. Is the trinket otherwise good? You get armor, isolation, resistance reduction. It's okay. Sad that the war shield lacks a propagate attack of its own. Otherwise, that would be pretty fun. I think we reroll this. The vicious boots are good without being great. Those pants, on the other hand, are pretty baller. So we'll grab those. Our stunner can't pants, unfortunately. So we'll do that. An eye patch is a great pickup early. What do we have here? Collateral hits. So I have heard rumors that collateral damage kills friendlies. So I guess we should find that out for ourselves. Let's see. I saw a cheap Gauntlet in there that I wanted to pick up because I am a Gauntlet sadist, apparently. Yes, apparently it can target your own people. So we'll forget that until the moment that we don't forget that. The good news is collateral damage is only 1 to 2. So hopefully it won't be too big a deal. Let's see, any other bits or bobs here? I kind of want to get like a little more gear. The sooner we can get more, we do need to get some War Shield AP done. So at some point I may do that, but it looks like, I think I've gone as far as I can go. So we're going to be, let's see, I guess you'll stick with that then. And you'll swap the wand for that. And I guess you'll get that hat. You'll get that hat. These are all pretty weak sauce. Who needs the accuracy? 12, 12, 16. Your block is at 15. Your block is at 8. We'll get you up to 15. And then I like that more than that. So let's see. What's the plan here? The plan is, I think we invest in workers right now and get this ruin taken down. It's expensive, but we will use the workers in the future. Are we actually going to be able to? I need 2 more. Yeah, it's basically all our money, but I think that's okay. Gets us up to a good place on workers. I think that's fine. And then with the remaining money, I think we just go for the production upgrades on our gold mines. And I gotta say, I just think it's easier to build mounted ballista. The idea of these back ones is they'll make sure that the front gets taken care of. So we're not gonna lose any ballistas or gold mines because we're gonna have some extra coverage back there. Yeah, we do need to finish up shields. Shields are not done, so I would like to find a Blood Mage hero for this run. And then, so the Stout Beer, yeah, it's 6 for 8. It's a pretty good deal. Wall of Pain is the less interesting of these. I like the movement scrolls, I will say. With 26, I think we're just good. I think we're just good to go. Let's do this. Oh, look how cool they look. The eye patch plus that particular hairstyle is going off. All right, we're gonna try and just farm Gauntlet. That's our plan. Here we go. No hunters again. Okay, we're starting to get some work in. Rocket jump is still not range modifiable, but it's doing some work. I respect it. Now, oh yeah, now you have some skill range. What a turn, right? What a freaking turn. All right. And then you're good for now. It really is Bloodfang. Such a good one. Bloodfang, I'm not using walls. Is this some type of challenge? No, it is not. I think that walls are secretly the challenge. Spending your materials on ballista creates a wall of ballista, which, from my perspective, is the better option. I'd rather spend my resources on Ballista than the other way around. And then I guess I'll just poke you guys down. I don't really care if I get stuns. That's not super important to me. And then part of me is like, should I don't think I can get Geo Reservoir active right now. I was kind of thinking that there might be a play where I got all of these harpies together, but they're all going to move as a cluster, and then we're just going to put some nasty propagates on them. Yes, highly recommend trying it out, Bloodfang. It does sometimes feel a little cheesy because they are so strong. You'll kind of see this in a moment here when our Ballista go off. And remember, this is not even like a full complement of Ballista, but right, who needs walls when that much havoc is being wrought? All right, so let's see. So this is one of those situations where I'm kind of like, maybe I like hop over like this and so if I do 2 more snaps, like so, then I can shockwave like this. Okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Okay, and we'll get back into position. Let's see. We got you sorted out. You sorted out, and then we got this Ripper here. I think the best thing to do is just put damage in on the Ripper. We do have hoppers. I don't think this hopper's going to move to here. Its poison spit attack is 2 to 3. So if you go to here, 1, 2, 3, yeah, you're safe. That's good. All right, we'll let everybody come in. Show me the corpse piles game. Oatmeal. Today we are sciencing builds. So I want to do a build guide. I'm going to at least start on it this weekend. I'm undecided. Oh, this freaking hopper got me? Ugh. That's annoying. All right, I think we got this under control, so let's just get that guy zapped. Oh, we can stabilize other people. Okay. Who cares about hoppers then? Lovely. How much movement do we have? Okay, I can do this and then I can move back like that. Now you, snappy long stockings, can't really do anything with this hopper, so I guess we'll just let him come in. I can always just stabilize the hero. I realize now we have a super long range stabilizer over here, so. Oh, or the hopper that I was worried about will just die. Too much collateral damage here, unfortunately. Okay, we'll do that, and then you. So 1, 2, 3 gets us a long range propagate that hopefully kills the two of these. Okay. Do you think Snap could also be better if the secondary attack applied stun? So you're saying let me bring a gauntlet out here. So you're saying the blue 3 tiles also did stun. It would certainly make it an interesting alternative for like for certain builds. It's certainly an interesting idea in Lustrous. I'm not 100% convinced that I understand exactly how that would play out. Also, this guy's gonna be coming in and whacking us no matter what. So I'm just gonna body block him here and do that. All right, we're finally gonna get a decent cluster of enemies for the ballistas to chew down. Is there a page or a repository where I can find the sprites and information about the monsters in the game? Escape the Rage. There is a wiki. It is not exceptionally well maintained. I don't think I've seen anyone update it with the latest. When I have to get information about that kind of stuff, I pull it straight from the game files, and there's a guide that I made on how to extract data from the game files, like the sprites. But for someone who's not like super motivated, which I'm not saying you are or are not super motivated, I'm just saying like it is a bit of a lift to do. My recommendation would be check the wiki or join the Discord, and if there's a particular thing you're looking for, I probably already have it because for my thumbnails, I collect a lot of different assets from the game. So, is it possible to make a strip that could automatically pull the data from the game files and update a simple wiki? It absolutely is, yes. It's just a matter of, it's mostly a matter of motivation, which is not to say that I don't have the motivation, but to date, like there's a lot that you could do in that domain, and to date I just haven't necessarily found the time to do that type of work. But we missed these two. I think that's probably okay. We'll need to go over and take care of them next turn, though. We are taking some classic hopper chip damage, that's for sure. You need a gauntlet. I see this plus here and I'm like, clearly what you're missing is a gauntlet. Actually, we can move diagonally with this while also propagating a stun. Let's see. God, that is so underwhelming. Why do you do this to me, game? And here I am using the piddling damage of the secondary to ill effect. Oh, that was disappointing. Okay, we have contagion on more heroes, right? So let's get another one here. And I'll do that for stun spreading. And then I guess, well, I could. Neither of these are going to get the job done. So maybe I go here. Do I just mortar this guy? Nah. All right, we'll just do that. We're taking a little bit of panic. It's not that bad. Yeah, the game files are surprisingly readable, escape. So if that's kind of the direction you're imagining going, the modding guide that I did, let me find that really quickly. How to mod the last spell. This better organically show up my video. Oh, man. That's way down in the search results. That's disappointing. But the first section, escape, is the first section of this shows you how to use something called Asset Studio that allows you to read the game files very effectively. So if that's at all curious to you, that's a great one. Let's see. Yeah, that video was solid. Man, come on. You can do better than that. No problem, Escape the Rage. My pleasure. Okay. Let's see. You're relatively safe over here. You could move to here, but I don't think you need to. I think we just armor you up and you'll be fine. Well, maybe you won't, actually. But let me get you out a little bit. Because the hoppers are doing some work. Maybe I'll toss you to here, so we can toss you out. Yeah, for now, we don't need to be wading into the thick of things. Staff Gauntlet Bane. I'll put it on the list. What are you thinking with it? What am I? Again, such an awkward. We'll put it over there. It's unlikely to propagate out of. Okay, let's see. Then we're gonna go like that. Sledgehammer. Oh, Sledgehammer. Love of my life. Oh, that propagate was really not what we were looking for. But that's okay, I guess. Okay. Heavy opportunism build, get deep into the enemies. Okay, we'll try it out. Who has collateral damage as a side note? I've already forgotten. I don't miss. So it's like you have collateral damage. I don't know if I can make collateral damage work. If I had missed that one, I could have potentially killed Verunderir here. So excessively bad. Okay. And then what's the plan here? You take a step back. I think you do that just to get the contagion spreading. Okay. But yeah, ballistas are kind of like a wall with teeth. My favorite kind of wall. There we go. And then I'm letting them come in not because I want to kill them with ballistas, but because I want to kill them in the space that we've already killed the other enemies to maximize corpse piles. We've never been able to enable nuclear barricades in Lustrous, but I want to. I want to. Okay, everybody gets level 6. That feels pretty standard. Now this is the inflection point where I think it might behoove us to go light on the resources. Like maybe we grab one, but maybe we grab some equipment too. Feels like it could be the right path. Invest in our heroes a little earlier. Do I think runestones equal nuclear barricades? I think probably it's the same mechanism that made it work in Lustrous. I think that's a very astute guess. All right, our stunner for the 3rd time is offered crit. I'm not mad, I'm just impressed. I guess they're gonna be high crit too, whatever. I guess I'll make it work. Longer weapons is a fantastic pickup. Runic Gift is not a fantastic pickup, but I guess if we're going back for mana fuel, it'll be good. I'll grab Glass Cannon here, and then we need to get Hana like a HP up, probably. Am I going to roll for one? Are you the one who I took XP on? You're not. So the XP is probably wasted on you at this point. Big prop damage is good. I mean, I can't say no to a green crit. Well, we'll be a little squishy for when the hunters arrive, right? That's always the dream. Let's see, we have 5 workers left. It's just going to be, I mean, we could go gold mine. So over here we get 38 and 21. So I think I do one of these. But then I think I do 4 workers into production. I think that's the better way to play that one. We leave the ruin. It will survive. It will live to fight another day. Now, Verundarir has lots of HP. Poison damage ain't it. Momentum ain't it. Daily health regen also ain't it. But, c'est la vie. Are you picking up magic fuel? You already have a boatload of mana. I don't think we need to go more. Take some damage. We technically have 1 more worker. We're at 11 right now. 12 is the max. So I could grab 1 more, but I mean, we probably should. This is probably a good turn to grab some of that. And then I think right now we have enough to get the last ballista upgraded. That's why I took the one ruin the way that I did. But yeah, so we'll do that, and then I guess with our last worker, we can pick up 1 more item. Okay. Let's see what the game has to offer. It's not a bad hat. An offhand gauntlet. Well, I mean, technically it's a gauntlet. 20% crit power isn't bad for one of our critists. Metal of Like a Shark. Wounded targets 100% reliability and no block. Has momentum and propagation damage. They do sell well, so I'll grab it for the selling. I do not think Like a Shark is what we're looking for. Paladin's Greaves are decent, even with the minus accuracy. I think they're fine. This actually, we have some trinket slots that are missing, and this mana ring is not terrible. we'll grab that. Was our stunner the one who doesn't have pants? I think I just remembered. Yeah, all right. Picked the wrong one on that one. What are you gonna do? This could just be a roll. Momentum is calling. It's quite a nice Slayer armor. It's worth a lot, so we'll grab it. Like a shark, best thing is to remove their block. Yes. Oh, by a mile, for sure. The crossbow isn't bad. The knight armor also isn't bad. I think I'm going to go for some gold right now. Another medal of collateral damage. You don't say. This just sells okay. I think this is a roll here. The helmet wasn't terrible. Some movement pants are pretty good. I actually think the armored boots, we're missing some trinkets right now. I think it's fine. All right. I did want a scepter on someone, so we'll grab that. And we're gonna go hammer that. I don't know. That's a weird combo, but like a shark, we're selling. Everybody gets that. I mean, everybody needs a gauntlet of some sort. That actually makes you pretty not tanky. I might actually do that on you. Put that there. Let's see. Our stunner was going to take this, so I don't think it has any value otherwise. Our stunner, I think, is going to get that because momentum. And then I think this crossbow is just better than a regular pistol. So I'll grab that. This is 7 block accuracy health. This has magic and poison damage. We'll sell it. All right, and then I'm going to do our shopkeeper's friends upgrade just so I don't forget for later. Oh, wand, oh, wand, oh, wand. But look at this gauntlet. Who cares about the wand? Look at this gauntlet that we have access to. Hooray. Let's see. So we talked about Power Staff Gauntlet. So I'll roll the dice on some Power Staff Gauntlet action. Everybody's like 1 turn away from getting volatile going, right? Yes. So after this night, we'll be getting our volatility sorted, which is good. We're pretty good on mana, but I think I will build a mana well. Let's just build them both, because we're floating some cash right now. We don't need to upgrade this one to get you full. So we can do that. Who do we think is our strongest hero? This is our strongest side, although defending the gold mines is kind of important. Why don't I put the collateral damage person over there on their own? And we'll put these two... Oh, yeah, no. This is the bigger side. So we'll put these two over here, and we'll do some collateral damage stuff over here. Collateral damage is not long for this world. How much better would reliability be if it could increase your min damage above your max damage? It would certainly change the game on reliability. I don't know that it would make it that strong. How are we doing on trinkets? Does everybody have... Everybody at least has trinkets. This goat head helm is actually quite nice. It's got stun AP. I didn't notice it before. I wonder how much we have to sell to get that for Runna here. Like, this can go. I never remember to use these anyways. Except for the movement ones. Sell those two. That gets you that. Good. And then we can do that on you. And then Verundarir's block is very low. So we'll just try and keep an eye on that. But I think we'll be good. I will say our stunner, our pantsless stunner is looking very very light on clothing. Oh, you, Hannah, are... You're the one who has range, so I think it's better to have you over here, and we'll have Hannah over here. This may be one where we need to reinforce. I may have put us in a bad way, but I think Hannah's going to do okay down there. Hooray! It's hunters. My favorite. We're just gonna stay ahead on hunters. That's our goal here. I do think. It's a little sad we don't have more movement available to us, but I'll need to be mindful. Now that we know where they're coming from, at least we can do something about them. And the ballistas are going to help out a lot with the runners. We got that sorted. Now you need a gauntlet. Ooh, here's an interesting question about collateral damage. Can collateral damage hit the enemy that you are targeting? I think it can. That's interesting. How'd I miss this guy? I thought I killed all of them. All right. This Runna here is already better than our momentum hero from last time. Just saying. I've never been one-shot by Hunter, but I have lost gold mines by allowing hunters to live. Yep. They're not to be underestimated. Those pesky hunters. Okay, I'll start down here. Snappy snap. And I realize I could be enabling more stuff. Did I? Can't quite. Can't quite get him. That's okay. I don't know if giving myself immunity is going to make a big difference there, but... I am thrilled by the prospect of having an elite hunter over here. Thanks for nothing. On the stuns on the two that were outside, not the one that was inside. So we're 3 away from Geo Reservoir. Maybe I'll just crit all of those apparently, and then toss out a big old propagate potentially. I think we're relatively good. I'm a little worried about Verunderir getting a little surrounded, but okay, not too bad. Any advice for the third map boss? I can't beat it. Allah, are you referring to Glenwall, which is the druid boss? I think that's the first. Just want to make sure that we get our nomenclature right. This is so awkward. Is this the best way to get action on you? It does appear to be. Dryads indeed. Okay, so warp gate placement can make a big difference. That's my first kind of piece of advice. Is you have a lot to gain from your warp gate placement. Let's see, this is pretty likely. I mean, I guess this can't do the diagonal quite yet, so I'll do that, and then. All right, we kind of fell off there. Now the easy thing to do would be to power staff here, and I will. I'll do a power staff into a scorching wave just to. Let's see, then we get Geo Reservoir. Do I want to? There's like a potential like cross map type of thing I could do here. Seems barely worth it, though. For 6 mana? It was okay. Now, you have 17 armor. You'll probably be okay. We have one more of these. Okay, huge stun there. Love to see it. It's not a well-designed boss fight. I actually beat Glenwall APOC 2 easier than I beat Lapok. Yeah, warp gates and to a lesser extent towers. But sorry, I get distracted sometimes. What I would say for the Dryads is it's gonna test your movement, your hero's ability to move effectively, and then it's a bit of a DPS check. I think those are the main components of that fight. So warp gates can be very effective, especially putting one up in kind of like the top of the map here so that you're ready to go with them on the warp gates. And then, I don't know, other than that, just you need to stick to well-defined builds that make sense, right? So you want to make sure that you are building your heroes in ways that synergize with the stats that you're taking so that you're getting stronger heroes as a general rule of thumb. And then other than that, you know, it just takes a few tries to kind of get used to things. But keep the wave back, manage the Dryads, kill them each time. But yeah, it can be tough. It can be a tough night for sure. Ooh, that was a double proc of, hold on now. So here, 1, 2. Oh, there's so much irony. So I'm going to do this. And then, of course, I'm going to hit them. Oh, so I missed, and then that... Okay, so collateral damage. I'm digging it. It's not all bad. I can get that for 2 mana instead. So why would I spend all that mana on it? Meanwhile, Elderlicht boss is a pushover compared to the knights before him. Well, and just the lead up to Elderlicht is also the tougher part, right? Let's see. If I guess I'll do this and we'll just see where the propagate decides to go. Do that. We do have a lot of hunters in the mix at the moment. I think I'm, as much as I want to focus on other things, I think I probably need to do a little bit of work on them. Would have preferred that to go around the corner, but so I walk to like here. We start out and we snap. Ooh, I thought I was gonna be able to see you. I guess we're gonna go for some around the corner snaps. was a disappointing end to that side of things, but that's okay. Hopefully 3 charged up hunters doesn't ruin our fun. Yes, isolation can be very powerful because all the druids naturally isolate themselves. So definitely a good call. I think there's value to isolation as a as a way to approach them. I think multi-hit though, if you're not already running some multi-hit type heroes, is another really good option. Now I wanted to know, so the snap offhand, does it still consume Geo Reservoir? It does. Okay. So I think there was a bug or a suggestion suggesting essentially that. Good to know that it works that way. Let's see. I think I'm going to do that, and we're going to do a couple snaps here like that. And then having the opportunity to kill 3 hunters is good for business. And then if I do... Oh, I can't put that on you. All right, well, let's see. Okay, we'll do that, and then I think we'll just come over here to block. Okay, you're done over here, so you can start making your way downtown. And then you also have... Oh, you're in a position where you can do this. Okay, that's nice. So now I can do like this type of thing. And at least spread a stun. And then... just do something like that, I guess. If you don't want to build towers, just use warp gates. And count as many tiles as dryads take up. Yep. I think that what Bane is saying is very good advice. Oh, that's a... If you think I won't detonate that, you, game, have another thing coming. This is going to be my favorite moment of the run so far. That will never get old. See, we have a really good cluster here, so I'll probably just take care of that. We'll do you, and then spread some stun. Hey, Astix, how's it going? See, Geo Reservoir is a ways off. You need some skill range, my dude. This is absolutely abysmal. Wait a second. Wait, oh no, that did not work out. Okay, the way that I thought it did. All right, let's see. So now... Oh, I used both my stunning entrances, unfortunately. If I move to here, I guess I can at least get some partial snaps. Ooh, and then we get the long-range snap, which we only have that as an option. Okay. Okay, well. As a rule of thumb, although, just to kind of give you a little head start, they're basically, they spawn relatively near the base in, if I go through the map. You get, there's a spawn here, a spawn here, a spawn here, a spawn here, a spawn way out here, 2 spawns over here, 1 spawn here, and another spawn here. So it's pretty much a ring. The only really noteworthy one is the one up here is very far out. That's really the only thing you need to pay too much attention to. No, you're the wrong hero. You should just be snapping like your life depends on it. Yeah, good luck. Good luck indeed. Glenwall can be a tough map to get over, but it feels really good once you put it to bed. And I do think multi-hit heroes are your friend if you're not already using them. Multi-hit with a little bit of isolation goes a long way. All right. Clean up on aisle 6. Okay, Verunderir falls behind and only gets 1 level up there, which is unfortunate. Okay, I think we're going full equipment on this night. Just gonna destroy this to get it out of the way. Same goes for the walls. And I just think 2 more pieces of gears is good for business. Hey, thank you so much, Lai. It was a project of passion. I was talking to my girlfriend about it last night at dinner, and the damage spreadsheet I learned a huge amount from, but I would certainly not call it one of my most successful projects. Let's see, Runna, you are our stunner. You also have a lot of crit, so I'll just take some crit power. That's fine. Take some stun. Take some damage. Some movement would be really good. I'll take the 1 movement. It feels a little bad, but Volatile is on the menu, as is your next. Verunderir is only going to get Volatile, but that's okay. At 35% crit. We do need to take some propagation damage at some point. Love to see the crit come in at the end there. Beautiful. All right, then over here. Volatile, I might go you're next. Like, Crit Master we know is just so good. We'll grab it first. Action point's fantastic. Show me something that propagates in nature. Boo. Magic damage is at least decent. We do need to pick up some accuracy at some point, so I'll grab that. We're just on a mission to use up the 1,000 action points that we need to for the Gauntlet. Far less romantic idea, but the Spiked Helm is good. The crit feels bad on it. This is 34% dodge on a helmet. That's a lot. Where are all my gauntlets at? Where is my gauntlet brethren? Never have I ever requested gauntlets with such fervor, and here the game is being. That's good for what we're doing. So the plan right now is we're literally we're doing science, and we are doing it by building essentially the same build a bunch of different ways, just in order to see if any of them pan out. That's essentially what we're trying to do. That's still a candidate for a reroll. That's why I keep keep that one hanging around. Science indeed. Science indeed. Those crit pants aren't bad. We do need to get some more War Shield stuff going, but that's gonna have to wait. I think we definitely take that. I don't think any of our current builds play well with War Shield ideas. All right. All right, let's see what we can do here. So we really like this. Who's our slowest slow boy? Put that there. Gauntlet upgrade. You're going Gauntlet now. As much as I love Hammer, we're going Gauntlet. We'll grab that for some more stun shenanigans. That's for sale. That's for sale. Well, maybe this isn't for sale. This is our low health unit, so the 40 health is doing a surprising amount of work. 117 is pretty low, but with 17 block and 143 armor, I think we can get away with it. That will sell. Then crit pants work there. That is a really nice Fey amulet, but I think it's time to replace. How are you doing? That's your first skill range. Yeah, that's worth swapping. Then I'll take that for a little more durability. 9% crit versus 7 in AP. 7 in AP is better. All right. All this gets sold. We've already shopkeepered friends. Shopkeepers friended is what I meant to say there. Where are the gauntlets? Staff Gauntlet Contagion experience begins now. I don't expect it to be successful. Yeah, none of these heroes right now are striking me as, oh, this hero is going to be super broken. Do we want to just get a fourth hero? I think we want to go... Yeah, I think I'm going to get a fourth hero with 700 gold. And I'm not super worried about our XP gain. So let's do this. Get a level 1? No. I do believe, and this is a funny bit of abuse, but I think that these heroes' starting gear sells for more than 50. So I think you can actually gain money by recruiting and dismissing every one of these heroes. Should we science it? I know it does if you have readiness for higher gear level, but I don't know if it works otherwise. Let's just do 1 and we'll see. We'll recruit 1. So we have this level 1 hero. And you can also just dismiss them, but I kind of want to like scroll through here. So let's see. 12. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can make money off this. No doubt. Now you had no chest slot, so we might not make money off of you. I'm actually curious. How did we do on this hero? 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 7 is 24, 30, 37. We lost money on this guy. Because he had no chest. But yeah, with reliability or readiness, whichever the one that gives you higher level stuff, it is slightly better. But we'll leave that for other people to exploit. So let's see, level 8. Our highest hero is level 8. Yeah, so all we're gonna get is level 8. So we're just looking for a level 8 that looks good. Claustrophobic, I don't love, but Paladin is pretty good. I think this hero is better. They have the crit tree. They're a Gravedigger. They have Cerebral, so we get a little extra experience out of them. So Varar Undira, I think the second, is coming into the mix. Let's see what they're threatening. Carnage is definitely on the menu. No volatile makes me sad. They have Blood Mage, though. Ye old Blood Mage. Ooh, oh, they got... Ooh, they got the whole spice factory in here, don't they? They don't have Sanguine Fuel, which is a bit of a bummer. They also have Warcry. I don't think... Blood Mages are always going to be full health by the end of their turn, so I don't think that necessarily works. Longer weapons is always a good time. Yeah, I know, Alla. It would make a big difference. It would indeed make a big difference. Emergency Tunnel is pretty good. Inertia isn't bad either. Explosive Hemoglobin is decent. Although I don't think we're going for a crit build here. Maybe just Blessing to go with Carnage. I think Blessing with Carnage. I want to see how much we can stack up that way. So we'll do that. All right. Welcome. Welcome to the family. Oh yeah, what was I getting for the other one on this tier? I did not plan for this. It's not flexibility. I mean, Emergency Tunnel is nice. I think longer weapons is probably better, though. Yeah, we'll grab that. All right, so you're already at 300 health. Love to see it. Armor is better than health because of what we're doing. No, we don't have Bodybuilder, though, so we don't care that much. In fact, because we didn't have Bodybuilder, Organic Armor might have been a questionable grab, honestly. A little resistance would have been nice, too. I think we'll go damage over crit. We do need some healing received. I'll take a hit of XP gain. I think it's still early enough that we could potentially make it work. I think we're done on healing received now. We do need 1 accuracy to get going. We'll take a little bit of resistance since we don't have any other source of resistance. I guess we'll take block. Are we gonna make you? No, we're not gonna make you doing any propagate. So propagate damage is probably a waste there. I'll grab the experience gain. All right, kind of a dud on some of the level ups there, but that's okay. Let's see, dude, we had a war shield of some quality there. Do we want to pair it with something different? I mean, spear is my normal go-to. This is a decent spear. I guess we'll grab that. Means we don't get an offhand on our Blood Mage, but... we sold a bunch of stuff. Like, so this is a better helm for you. We'll hang on to that. This is ironically better for you, or unironically, I don't know which. What's your trinket right now? Baron's Cape? It's a bit of a toss-up. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. These pants... these pants were crit pants. These pants were block and accuracy pants. I'll grab those. Let's get this stuff equipped. It's not going to be fantastic, but hero will at least get going. I wonder about one-hand axe. I mean, since we don't have Boom, or we don't have Berserk, and we don't have Bodybuilder, so I do think we're gonna have a little bit of a damage scaling problem on this hero. We could pick up Berserk on a medal. That's definitely true. But wishing for a medal is generally a recipe for sadness. The Gauntlet is an upgrade. We're doing a lot of gauntleting. I might grab that. We could go one-handed sword, potentially. What's our stunner rocking for a trinket right now? Where did that trinket that I was just looking at go? Crit and healing received. It's not that important. I will grab the gauntlet. We're gonna commit to the bit. And then I think a Hammer of Faith scroll is a good pickup. Someone will use it. I'll put it here for now. Do all medals have a 10% damage reduction penalty? They do not. They do not. And then I think I will... I think I'm going to put a warp gate here. And a warp gate there. And then the rest will go into ballistas. Now, obviously, we're slowing down on ballista production by a lot. But I think having strong heroes is better than the alternative. So I'll put one over here. One of you over here. Our Blood Mage will go over here to stand like right about there, and then you two will do this. Yeah, some of them actually have stats on them too. We haven't seen any yet, but at some point we probably will. What do I think of the new weapons? I think Shield is really fun. Cannon can be very strong when built properly, and Gauntlet is very lacking.